So the first card you have your past is, yeah, the Five of Cups. Okay, so look at this poor man. So obviously this is about hurt. It's about, excuse me, feelings that kind of hang around and stay around you. Because if you look at this cape he's wearing, or this big cloak he's wearing, it's absorbing everything. So it's like things are kind of lingering around, bad feelings kind of lingering around you. So, I think you've actually gotten over the worst of this. Yeah, this is definitely some kind of separation, and you're over the worst of it, I think. But maybe, every now and again you think about this person, you think about what they're doing. Are they happy? Are they thinking of me? All of that kind of thing. The big feeling I'm getting here is a lot of disappointment. And, it's kind of like you were thinking, are there any decent people left? I think you had that on your mind as well. Who can I trust? So, but yeah, if you look at the bridge on this card, it's not burnt, it's still there. So they're still on your mind, but it's in the distance. So, they were still sort of floating around you, floating in your mind. So, not literally, I hope not. Sometimes, they were still around your energy. Yeah, they weren't physically around you. And, I don't think you were really, really upset at this time. I think you probably were in your more distant past. So, yeah, you've gotten over the worst of all of this. And I also think the other thing that was really kind of hurtful to you is that you probably lost some people because of them. Maybe these were people who were mutual friends, and you didn't lose everyone, but I think, when people break up or when these kinds of things happen, you find out who your friends are sometimes. You find out who's loyal to you. It can actually be a good thing, because you can be left with the people who really, really do truly care for you, and it separates, the good from the bad, or the loyal from the disloyal, let's say. I'm also seeing a few other people distancing themselves from you as well. And I think this might be because of a distance in belief systems. I think your belief systems have really, really changed over the years, I should say, and you've lost some people because of that. But I think with those people, I think you're actually quite happy for that to happen, just being honest. So, yeah, the people who were worth having around you stayed. That's what I'm seeing. So, now, I don't usually say things like this, and I don't know whether you want to hear this or not. I actually don't think you've seen the last of this person who you were separated from. So I hope that doesn't make you really shudder or kind of drop over or fall off your chair or whatever. But I'm sort of in two minds about this myself, because you were nearly over them. Look at this, you were just about over them. You've grown a lot. You've changed a lot since you were with them. So I'd really hate to see you go backwards. Of course, this is all up to you. I can't tell you what to do, but that's the feeling I'm getting around that. So, and I just hope it doesn't mess everything up for you, everything that you've learned, everything that's happened since then. It also might make things awkward if they do come back, with these friends or these ex-friends that kind of were around you, then they're not. And then it's kind of like, what do they do? So it's all very awkward. And, this happens a lot. I see this happening all the time. When you finally get over someone, when you've finally broken that last tie in your heart with them, that's when they come back. That's happened to me actually in the past. So now, how they're going to come back and what they're going to say is another thing. They could be coming back for a lot of different reasons. Might not be that they want you. I don't know. So just be ready. I'd love to be able to say I'm happy about this, but I'm not getting the most positive feeling around this. I have to be honest and tell you that. So I am getting a few warnings around that. So I just wanted to let you know that. Okay, so the next card you have your past, Temperance. Okay, I love this card. Yeah, this is showing me you've come out of the worst of this. Look at this card. So you've done this. You've pulled yourself up out of this. You've done all the work. And also, you've kept your dignity. I don't think you begged them. I don't think you did anything to bother them. So, I think you just concentrated on yourself. And I actually think you'll be even stronger by the time they come back, if they do, which I think they will. And I think that makes me feel a little bit better than I was before, knowing that you will be strong. So if they do come back, at least you'll be a very, very strong person, which you are now, but you'll be even stronger. The only temptation I'm seeing around this might be passion. I'm seeing a lot of passion, a really, really passionate history that you have with this person, with these beautiful red wings. So yeah, you are going to be strong. You're strong now, but if anything's going to tempt you, I think it's going to be that. It's going to be passion. I think passion's probably something you do really miss with them. But you've also really grown a lot. I keep on seeing that. And you've changed. So you're not going to be the same old person who just comes running back to them. You've changed in so many ways. So I think you're not going to kind of waver that quickly. And they're also going to be quite surprised that you're actually quite stoic about this. You're not going to just jump back into their arms or whatever. Okay, so the last card you have your past is the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so, okay, I'm seeing something quite specific here. I'm seeing you having to be really, really strong. I'm seeing you having to grow, forcing yourself to grow because of all of this kind of horrible thing that's happened to you. And yeah, you are still getting over this. But I think you've also had to be strong for someone else. I'm actually seeing illness here because I'm looking at this poor boy here on the crutches. So I think this might actually be quite serious. And I think you either had to help someone or maybe you had to nurse someone through this illness. I think it took a lot of time. I think it took a lot out of you caring for this person. And, of course, no one wants to go through anything like that, but I think it did strengthen you. I also think it gave you a new perspective on life and how fragile we all are, because we really are. And that happens sometimes as well. When things like this happen, we kind of look at our own lives and kind of puts things into perspective. The other thing I'm seeing here is gratefulness as well. If this is all resonating with you, I think this really difficult time you had around this illness might have really opened your eyes to a new way of thinking or maybe a new perspective. You've really, really changed really deeply in very, very important ways since you're around this person. So again, if they come back to you, which I think they will, you're going to be very strong, very different. You're going to have a very different view of things, a very different perspective of things. And again, they're going to see that strength and that difference in you. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So, okay, so the first card you have for your presence, the Hierophant. Okay, this is kind of to do with what I was seeing in the Five of Pentacles, I think. This person you're taking care of. I think this person might be a family member who you're taking care of. I don't know, but I think that. And I think there's a link between them and what I'm seeing here in the Hierophant. So now this is about family. Now, I think there's going to be a bit of information, some important information actually, that comes out about someone. And this is someone in your family. Or, it's about something that happened in your family, I think. Now, yeah, I think this happened a while ago. It might have even happened years ago. But it's something really big and it's something that's going to come out now. And I think it's going to surprise a lot of people. And I think the person who this is about, I think they're still around. I think they're probably a bit older. I think they're probably quite well respected, like this Hierophant. And yeah, it's going to be a surprise. Now, this is someone who thinks of themselves as being quite upstanding, like a pillar of society, someone who's in some kind of position of authority or something like that, or that's how they see themselves. But I think this information's really going to change a lot of people's image of them now. Yeah, and I think they might have even disapproved of you at one time. Maybe they disapproved of something you did or something you said. So I think this is really going to open your eyes when this comes out to who they actually are. You're going to really change your view of this person. Now, it is going to shock you, definitely going to shock you. But even though this is going to shock you, don't let this make you lose faith in people, because I'm just seeing, I'm just getting this feeling of a bit similar to what I was seeing in the Five of Cups. It's sort of like, oh, is there anyone left? Who can I trust? Who's left that I can trust? Is there anyone out there who doesn't lie? That's the kind of feeling I'm getting. Yeah, you've had so many people around you who you can't trust as well. So, just know there are good people around. But yeah, I just think it's going to take you a little bit of time to adjust to all of this. So, yeah, again, I think this might be a relative who's close to you. It might even be a parent. So it's very close to home, someone who's very, very close to home. So, you are going to be able to adjust. You're a very strong person. I'm seeing that all over this. And you're stronger than they are, actually. I think they seem to be a very strong person. For years and years, you thought of them as a strong person. And I think now you're going to see that you're actually the strong one. You're the strong one and they're the weak one. That's what I'm seeing. And you're finding out the truth about them. Right, so yeah, the next card you have your presence, the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, I hope this is going to make sense. Yeah, this is a little bit strange. What I'm seeing is knowing. I'm seeing this kind of knowing that something's going to happen. I think this might be around your career or your money or something material, something to do with money. Now, I think something positive is going to come. You know that, you can feel that. This is something specific, something you have on your mind a lot. Again, something around money, I keep on seeing that. You're not just sitting back and saying, oh, I want to manifest this thing. You're putting the work in, but this is about a feeling. It's like, I can feel this, I can feel it. I know it's going to happen. It's going to happen soon. Now, what I want to say about this is, when the universe brings you something and, when the time's right for that to happen, it doesn't always come in the form that you're imagining. Sometimes it comes in the form of something simple, like a picture, and that picture can give you the idea or an idea that leads you to that thing. Or it might be someone who says something. It might be someone who kind of seems to come out of nowhere and they start talking about that exact thing that you're thinking about. And then they tell you, they give you a hint or an idea, and that leads you down the path toward that thing. My feeling is that it really, really is around you. It's very, very close to you. So be on the alert, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. I'm really surprised I'm not seeing the Four of Wands here, which can be 1111, but yeah, it's not here. So anyway, if this resonates, and if your instincts are telling you this, you're 100% right. And I think this also shows you where your attention needs to be at this time. So if this person you're separated from, this ex, if they come back now, whatever you do, don't let them distract you from your goal, especially if you're tempted by passion. That can really turn your head really easily. It does to anyone, does to me too. So just be really, really, really careful. Keep your eyes on your goal. That's what the message is. And keep your eyes open, because there are going to be things around you that are going to lead you toward this thing very, very soon. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so the last card you have your presence, the Six of Swords. Okay, right, so I think you might be taking some time away or some time out, distancing yourself from this relative or whoever this is in the Hierophant. I think it might be a relative that's very, very close to you, might even be a parent. Now, I don't think you're going to completely cut them off, but I think you're going to just need a little bit of time away from them. I'm seeing absences on their side as well, time away on their side. So maybe they were unavailable to you or unavailable to other family members at different times in the past. And I think, at the time you're thinking, why are they away? Or why are they saying this? Why are they doing this? Why have they done this? Why weren't they here on this special day? It might have been a birthday or something like that. Why were they away? And I think when you find this information out, it's all going to make sense. If you haven't already, you'll be like, Oh, that's why that is. And it's not going to be nice. It's going to be a big shock, I think. So, I think you're just going to need time to process this. And, take your time with this. Take as much time as you need, because I'm actually seeing some kind of social event or something like that coming up for you. And I don't think it's a big event. I think it's just some people getting together or whatever. So if this person's going to be there and you don't feel like being around them, you don't have to go. Don't feel obliged to see them until you're ready. You don't have to see anyone until you're comfortable seeing them. If you never feel comfortable seeing them, that's fine as well. It's completely up to you. There's a lot of deceit around this. So, I think it's just going to take time for you to get your head around this. And whatever you decide to do is the right thing for you. So follow your instincts. If you're ready, ready. If you're not, you're not. And if you're never ready, you never are. So it's completely up to you. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So, yeah, the first card you have, you features the Three of Cups. So, yeah, here's this event. There's definitely an event coming up. It's a social event. I think there might be a few people around this. It's a family event, I think. I'm seeing family all over this. And there are going to be some people there who just want to sweep all of this under the carpet, I think. Now, I don't think you want to go around yelling and screaming about this. You don't want to say, oh, this has happened, everybody. It's so terrible. You're not like that. But I just don't think you want to see this all brushed under the carpet either, because that's not fair either. So I think it's going to be a little bit difficult for you, or very difficult for you emotionally. And I don't think you're going to be in the mood to play like happy families, everything's fine, because this is still very emotional for you. This is still going to be quite difficult for you. You might be okay eventually with playing happy families, I don't know, but you're not going to be ready now. So again, take your time. That's the message I'm getting here again. Take as long as you need, because what I'm getting here is this person didn't take your feelings into account when they did whatever they did. They didn't care about you. They didn't take your feelings into account. They hurt a lot of people. They didn't care about that. They were quite selfish. So now it's time for you to take your own feelings into account. They didn't give you that gift of caring about you at that time. So now it's your time to give yourself that gift and to give you all the time you need to get over this and get through this. So there's no pressure. Don't put any pressure on yourself to play happy families or go along with what anyone else wants to do. You take your time and you do what you feels right for you to do. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So the next card you have, you features the Ace of Wands. Right. Okay. So here's this ex, whoever this is in the Five of Cups. They're going to come back. Here it is here. Now, I'm not surprised to see this because this is pure passion. This is the passion card. So again, please be careful. I don't want to tell you what to do, but I am, because I keep on seeing warnings. So I have to tell you what to do if I see warnings. I don't want this person to turn your head or sway you away from your goals. What I'm seeing is this is going to be a bit strange, but this is what I'm seeing. Now, if this is going to resonate with you, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. If not, you won't. But anyway, I'm seeing eyes. I'm seeing their eyes. So it might be something like, they only need to look at you and then you're tempted to kind of fall back to them again. It might be that. Now, again, do whatever you want. You know yourself. But, I'm seeing these warnings, so I have to say something. And, you've grown. You're strong. You have this big manifestation coming up. So please, please don't lose sight of those things. Don't throw these things away because of the look in someone's eyes. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, so you can do whatever you will do whatever you want. I know you will. But I have to say this because I'm seeing these warnings. Okay, so the last card you have, you features the Emperor. Yeah, so if anyone's going to try to instill discipline and keeping your mind on the right thing, making sure you're focused, it's going to be the Emperor. That's why he's here. That's why I think he's here. He's telling you, keep your eyes on your goals, keep on the right track. You know, I'd love to tell you, you know, picture this emperor's face looking a bit angry if you're tempted to go back to this ex. You know, the emperor's probably not as appealing or as attractive as this ex. I'm sure he's not. I'm sure your ex doesn't look like the emperor, but especially if it's a woman. But you know, please keep this emperor in your mind. Keep his face in your mind, because I think he's here to keep you on the right track. So don't let this person get you off track again, please. I mean, even if you do decide to be with them, just say to them, look, I've got my goals, I'm focusing on those. Even though I'm interested in you, my goals take first place now, and I take first place now. So you might even have to do that. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I think you get the idea. So Scorpio, I hope this resonated, but as you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone. But again, if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if that's what you'd like to do. And thank you so much for watching.